तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात्. So I have lighted the candle and I have to get incense for a second. Oh, wow. तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि. So I have lighted the candle and have lighted incense. And we have the mother energy in the background. So we can do our meditations without any of these tools of meditation. But if we have these tools, they enable us to align with God inside and outside faster. They're not a necessity. And totally, when you are at a level when we are totally established in God inside, we may not need to go anywhere on a pilgrimage. I just came back from Ireland. So I was on pilgrimage there, and different people were there for different things. For a lot of people, Ireland is a Celtic place where it is more about the pagan, the Druids and the Celtic magic, which was there before Christianity, etc. And I did go to the church of Saint Patrick, and I did go to Mother Mary's church, where she had appeared in around 1796. So I went to those places, and there were other people who had different. Everyone goes out there with a different agenda. And I had promised to help someone, so that's the main reason that I was there also. When we are at a very high stage of purity, when the heart is completely true, pure, and the church or the temple of God is established in our heart, we do not need a candle, church candle. We do not need incense. We do not need any representation of or any figure or any representation of God. Think of it like that. Because everything is inside. We are totally established, or rather, that we have established a church, a temple, a synagogue, a mosque in our heart. Then we do not need anything from the external world. Когда мы добились такого высокого развития, что у нас в сердце есть чистое сердечное такое пространство, где есть церковь или любой храм любви, любой религии. Нам не нужно никакой причиндал, нам не нужно никуда не путешествовать на паломничество. But if you're still on the journey like me, но если вы так же, как я, и мы все такие, по пути к Богу, внутри и вокруг и во всем. Since we are all on the same journey, of establishing God inside, around, and in everyone. Sometimes we establish God in others also. We have to see God in everyone, so we establish God in others also. Now, what is this? What is this obsession that a spiritual person needs to have to see God in everything and everyone? Seeing God in cake is very easy. Seeing God in what happens to the cake once you have processed it is very difficult. Увидеть Бога вот в сладком торте проще, а когда вы уже его эксплуатировали, этого торта, то тяжелее. Yeah, once you have exploited a cake to its full capacity, then you are not going to be able to see God in it. Life is exactly the same. Жизнь так же. Мы все время процессируем. Life is exactly like that because all the time that is what we are doing on the planet. We are processing the cake that we know as life. And then we are angry at the results. И потом мы сами добились и недовольны своими результатами. We do not see God in the results that God has given to us because we think God is someone somewhere and he's taking into account good, bad, etc. Потому что мы думаем, Бог как счетчик какой-то, бухгалтер. We think God as an accountant who is taking care of this was plus, this is minus. And that is really there because we see God. We create a God in our own likeness. Bible says that man was created in the likeness of God. Библия утверждает, что человек Бога подобен. Но мы создаем Бог подобен себе. We decide on a God that is close to us, and earlier it was God is like this, God is like that, God is old guy, he's somewhere, he's taking an account, he wants to punish, he wants to do this. Everything that a human being would be doing. So we establish a God and we think that the God is obsessed with giving punishments, etc., balancing the world. But the balance of the universe is very hidden. There is a balance. Есть, мы думаем, что Бог должен заниматься поэтической там справедливостью. It's called poetic justice. If you do something, it happens, and karma does happen, but it happens across many lifetimes sometimes. Karma действует 100%, но она иногда распределена по некоторым жизням. That is why you will see some people are immediately getting their response in money, and some people are making more money, some people are making less money, some people have more love, some people have less, this. Because we came for this contrast. This planet Earth is one of the most difficult planets to be on with. It's so difficult that even though we are blessed with this extreme sport of life on this planet by God directly, and God created all the conditions and everything, but when we are in it, we start doubting the Creator itself. How can that be? Такой тяжелый планет, в котором мы находимся, зная, что есть кто-то творитель. Но однако мы находимся в океане творения и начинаем забыть или даже сомневаться, что есть творитель. It's such a tough planet to be in that we who are created and co-creators start to have doubts that there is a creator. Now, God is like man and man is like God in certain ways. When we close our eyes, she'll be out of there in 3 days. Help for your daughter. So, or she'll be in a state of like no risk. So when we are in a state of, when we close our eyes, we are exactly like God. We can create a universe in whichever way. We can create a universe in which we do not trust the creator and ourselves as the co-creators. And therefore, when we do not trust, then fears come out. When we trust the controller, the creator, with total control, we want to control everything small. We want to control this. But when we trust everything in our life to the total controller, the creator, then our fears leave us and all our stress also leaves you. We have to see and understand, first of all, that on this planet, in the universe, there is a very subtle but perfect balance. Мы должны понимать, что в этом Вселенной есть постоянно и совершенный баланс. If the earth was tilted 1 degree here or there would be no life. Мы должны понимать, что есть баланс. Если Земля была бы, уклон был бы 1% туда-сюда, не был бы жизни. If the salinity of water was 1 degree here and there would be no life. If the temperature at which water freezes was 1 degree here and there, again, there would be no life. So everything is balanced in the planet, but we do not see it, we do not know it. Well, scientists know it, but all these balancing factors have to be integrated into understanding that whatever we have and whatever we do not have is perfectly balanced for our spiritual growth. Мы должны понимать, что так же, как во Вселенной, как во творении, все балансировано и все результаты, которые у нас есть, они в чистом виде 100% совершенны и балансированы и необходимы для нашего духовного роста. So that is the first thing that we have to trust, that there is a balance, there is a perfection in the way the universe is controlled, and therefore everything which is happening on the planet, including wars and this and things that we cannot control, there is a hidden balance. Means that is what is supposed to be happening. What is the most tragic thing that can happen? People die. Yeah, but it is only physical death, including of our own body. The body is meant to die. What is tragic when we die without having done anything for others? That is why children's death are so tragic. But then out of this children's death, this tragedy which happens, something good comes. In India and in a lot of ways, if you want the best roses, you have to put in a lot of shit in it. Roses growing out of mud, etc. happens in India all the time. You will see garbage and then you'll see not rose, but some other flower or something coming up. Happens all the time. So out of all these negative things, some cleanup is happening, something positive absolutely will come off. And that is the balance of the universe. And we are all in a phase where things are getting more and more tougher. Each one of us in this group is spiritual. We are participating in this meditation of praying for others. So we are doing some act of service for others. A lot of us feel these doubts and are depressed. So my daughter, my job, my this, my that, including myself. And включаясь меня, у меня по отношению, у меня по работе, у меня так и так и так. Бесконечные проблемы. Но я принимаю на себе тот же самый ясность, который делюсь с вами. But I put on myself also the same, I have the same issues that most people, more or less, I don't know. I even have, I'm going to be having the second hip operations, but I don't care. This body is come and go. The most important thing is that together we are helping the world by praying for others. And we start to see the balance in everything that we judge. Everything, so human beings have the ability to create like God, a universe inside ourselves. And to make this universe full of love, unconditional love and service, to help the universe, first we have to ensure that our own universe is full of golden, unconditional love. And then from our own, the external and the internal are actually one. In the deepest part of our heart, the infinity of the universe is there. We are physically in a universe, but the universe is also in our heart. Our hearts are so infinite because that is what unconditional love is. But we have covered this heart with our desires. I don't have this, I don't have that. No, 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 no. Mi pokryli nas swoją bezkonieczność, swojego serca, z jakimi tam klamą. Zelali miejsce serca, zelali skład, gdy prosto nierealizowane żelanie bezkonieczne. So we have to understand that we land on this planet, we take up a body, we have 5 senses, we have a magical system which creates photographs in the head that we call thoughts, and then we have an intellect, sometimes having even past life, which creates an organizing system. And so there is an intellect, the organizer of thoughts. There are photographs in the head which are just thoughts, and then there's the heart with its desires, because anytime we say this is good and bad, we create a desire. We want to have the good and we want to avoid the past, the bad. So heart gets filled up with desires. Most of the desires are whatever our eyes landed on or whatever thoughts landed on, and so they can never be fulfilled. And it becomes anger in the liver. And once the liver is impacted, after some time it impacts the liver, and we have anger in our life. We start to get fear. Maybe God is not there, or as Nietzsche said in the beginning of the 19th centuries, and the Nazis used that formula. Maybe their God is dead. So no morality. No morality because God is dead. So that means we should be just focused on living our lives as animals. Just make sure that our senses are in a state of gratification. We live for sense gratification. We don't live for, therefore, we do not live for service, because we are then in a competition. My senses need more gratification than yours. But when we switch it, then it becomes about service to others. And by trusting the universe, we let go of if this is, I cannot change it, means this is what is happening. We have a soul which comes to this planet, takes over a body. We have a personality, which means our system, which personality is our connection of intellect plus intellect, which is based on judgments of good and bad, what we think is good, what is bad. It can change. And between this intellectual personality is this persona, my mask which I put in front of everyone, and it changes. Before my daughters, I can be a father. Before my other friends, I'm someone else. I'm always having a different mask, just like you. But we have to focus on the one playing these masks. Now, there is a third self also. The soul is a golden light. The intellect is just a system of thoughts. The intellect can change, but sometimes, even if you want something so bad, you can say, oh, I like this place so much. I paid off all the mortgage and now I'm dying. Or I kill, like what happens with kings and queens. I killed so many people to kill this castle and now I'm dying. I'm not going to be leaving. So the intellect can become attached to anything materialistic so strongly that even after death, it can still be there. Or it can be in a state of trauma so much that even after death, it doesn't jump to the next body. It can remain over out there. So there can be ghosts also. And I'm going to share a story about a ghost story today, which is probably the oldest ghost story on the planet. Я сегодня буду делиться тогда с вами сегодня, что бывают призраки. То есть интеллект, который сильно хочет какую-то материалистическую сторону. Может иногда даже секс может быть. Иногда какой-то, вот это моя земля, все, я умру, я хочу быть тут. И она будет не развиваться. It happens. So, я поделюсь с вами самым древним рассказом призрака. So, everything in the Western society starts with the Greeks. And Greeks had one of the most famous Greek history writer was Pliny or Pliny. Самый древний вот это все, что начинается на западном искусстве, начинается с греками. У греков был самый уважаемый был историк, был Pliny. Pliny had a friend Aristodacus. Pliny имел друга Aristodacus. And Aristodacus искал квартиру себе снимал, дом снимал, не квартиру. So Aristodacus was looking for a house in Athens. He found a very cheap house. And he was told that this house that you have bought, it's very cheap because there is a ghost in it. So Aristodacus сказали, что ты можешь снимать этот дом, потому что там есть призрак, известный. Арistodacus был стоик, то есть он не верил все, что происходит, надо терпеть спокойно, считать это как благословление или как факт жизни и не оспаривать и просто плавать с течением. So the Stoics believe that whatever life gives you, you have to put up with and you have to go with the flow. But he didn't really believe in ghosts or didn't care. He just saw that, oh, it's a cheap house. Big house, cheap house. And it had a veranda. So Aristodacus took up the apartment, and one night after some days, he was writing his thesis in the night. So Aristodacus was writing his thesis, and suddenly he feared the temperature goes down, and he starts to hear a clanking. And it's why he's doing this by a candlelight or sunlight. Aristodacus слышишь ночью, что звонит там и как вот это, кандали и так далее. And he feels that the ghost is coming nearer to him. Aristodacus feels that the ghost has come very close to him. He already knew about the ghost. He hadn't really believed in it, but he knew about it. The Greek culture did believe in ghosts. So Aristodacus почувствовал, что призрак подошел очень близко. It's all cold. What was Aristodacus' reaction? He was writing something. And the ghost came very close. Behind him. He's sitting, writing. Aristodacus пишет, и он чувствует, что призрак подошел. Aristodacus как стоит. Просто поднял один палец. Жди. Я пока заканчиваю письмо писать. The indicator was that wait for me to finish this letter, which is more important than even you coming. And once he had written it, he saw this form. This form went to a specific place in the veranda and there vanished. So Aristodacus поднялся, следил за этой фигурой после того, как он закончил свое письмо. Эта форма дошел до места веранда и исчез. The next day, he called the local police. They had a Pretoria, and he had them dug, and they found a skeleton with chains, and then with the rites that they had in proper Greek, they gave the burial, And then only this version was released. So that's how, if you're traumatized or if you're too attached to something, that's how the story spins out. There are also stories of ghosts around buried treasures, etc. And they have been verified and identified. Similarly, также много рассказов о том, что очень много призраков вокруг. Не только в известных местах, ну и около там какого-то богатства. Там. Золото их кто-то похоронил, потом там и остался. So our desires are so strong that they can keep us a prisoner even after we have let go of the body. Наши желания такие сильные, или травмы иногда такие, что мы вот как это так произошло, что они могут держать нас в плену даже после смерти. The easiest way to work with the desires is to stop your judgment from saying good or bad by seeing that if it is created from God, means it is perfect. My eyes see something that is maybe even really bad or something. President or whatever I want. But my heart has to see the golden light in the heart of that. Because my intellect is saying, this is good, this is bad. That's a judgment call that I'm making. And I'm not saying that when you're driving, have a judgment, oh, green is the same as red, and keep on driving. That's discernment. Я не говорю о том, что осуждение это то, что, о, это зеленый свет, я не буду обращать на это. Я говорю о том, что если это творение есть, значит, в сердце этого есть золотой сияние. Then our judgment gets controlled because now we are seeing God in everything that we judge. We have to see God. If it is created, means there is a reason. We can be like a zebra. We see a lion and we want to avoid it. Do you know how a zebra avoids a lion? Знаете ли, как зебра убегает или защищает себя от лева? When all of them are together, because of these stripes, they look like a huge animal. Instead of one, it looks like a huge animal in the eyes of the tiger, and they get saved. The deer, they have a different, they are given with speed, but the lions are able to overtake them. So in our spirituality, we have to get connected and then sending blessings to everything that we judge. We will be able to 100%. Life won't get easier. You may find relationship, you may find the support, you may find love, you may not find love, you may not find, but you will be managed. By even trying to see God in everything, you will manage much more easily than now. And when you are on the path of, you're still going to be stuck with depression or sadness or whatever, or just with being unlucky at times, feeling unlucky at times rather. But those people who have money which they have not earned, even if that money is coming from your parents or grandparents, it is tainted money. Whatever sadness a spiritually empowered or on the path person feels, it's nothing compared to the depression of someone who is having tainted money that has been cursed or is not right. And that is 90% of the planet right now. Maybe. Нас могут проблемы там с тем, что печаль может быть, и то может быть, и можем чувствовать. Но это ничего не сравнится с депрессией темпа, который в жизненной норме как-то есть, фигурирует граждан деньги, даже если это even if that money is flowing from the wrong done by parents or someone. it will still leave its impact. And I get calls from such people. And sometimes I have to say, like, live honestly. A lot of people in Russia, India, they did things, they had more money, and then they send the children over out here, and the children are impacted. It's it's difficult to be like, balanced in these times. But if you have bad money in somewhere in your growing up or that's the support that you're getting. If it's not pure, it will definitely impact you even. So we are closing first of all our eyes, and we are going to be working our judgments of good and bad. And we work with them in the following. We see, using the willpower, we see God in everything and everyone. And we can just do Om Namah Shivaya for that. So I'm going to be sitting, closing eyes, using the intellect to see Om in the center of the forehead. You can use cross, but we are using Om, just to be on the same wavelength as the whole group. Zakrivam glaza, focus in na 3 glass, receive Om, swim intellect. Om. At least 3 times, just focus. Om. Om. Now that we have focused on Om, we have activated our own divine connection. So feel Om flowing from the crown. When you breathe in Om, feel that as if from the crown. Ощущайте, как будто вы дышите вдох через макушку. Om. Namo, establish a temple, a church, a synagogue, masjid in your heart. Namo. Share, open the doors of this temple and start serving the universe by becoming one with Shiva, the conditional name that we have for service to mankind. Shiva is the face of God that shared the secrets of meditation, of how to find God inside yourself, in others. And Shiva is always blue because it became blue to save the creation from the poison that was created during creation, the process. So he took it upon himself and became blue. So it means service to others. And by praying to God, you're becoming and serving, and you become also in your heart, see as golden, blue energy of Shiva. Open the doors of this church or temple and bless everyone. Om Namo in your heart, Shiva breathing out from the heart, blessing everyone. Om Namo Shiva. Om Namo. Om Namo Shiva. 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 Sending love to all the ancestors. Om Namo Shiva. Sending love to all the mothers and to Mother Earth. Om Namo Shiva. Излучаем любви от всем предкам, всем материнским, всем представим мужскую энергию. All the father figures, including the sun. Om Namo Shiva. Sending to love to anything and anyone that you have judged. Om Namo Shiva. Anything that has, or anyone that has caused you pain. Излучаем любви от всем, который внесли какой-то ущерб. Om Namo Shiva. We send love in 3 ways. Just imagine that they're happy. Just see them receiving the golden light. Just bless them with the ritual. Om Namo Shiva. Vizilurete stani ulibaksa. Vizilurete stani palucha zelatesi. Prosta blagaslavit. Om Namo Shiva. Now, today we are going to be doing a special Kundalini exercise. So, when you have no anger at anyone, no judgment at anyone, then your sexual energy can be taken to the heart, to the level of consciousness beyond, and then you are free. You are infinity. So imagine that in your spine there are three channels: the left channel, the right channel, and in between. Think of it as the sun channel, the moon channel, and in between is the Kundalini channel, very, very thin. The sun channel, we will use the male energy mantra, Om Namo Shiva. So, Om, suck in your energy, suck in your stomach, and pull it up. Pull it up even from the center of the Mother Earth. Om Namo in your heart. Shiva. Now suck up on the left side, right side. Om Namo Shiva. Left side, feminine energy. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. Om Namo Shivaya. 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 Om Dam Durgaya. Feel the energy on your spine going up and down. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Dam. Now just focus on the central one of Kundalini. Oh, Ma in the heart, and then total infinite, total silence, and let it expand in total silence. So your energy, your sexual energy is taken with O, it starts off Ma in your heart, it becomes opens like a lotus. In total silence, you take it up and expand it like a mushroom to infinity. Oh. Once more, the left and the right, the sun and the moon channels using the male energy mantra, feminine energy mantra. Om Namo Shiva. Om Dam Durgaya Nama. 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 Om Namo Shiva. Om Dam Dur Kundalini. Om. Oh, breathe in and oh, 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 oh. Keep on doing this in total silence. You can even revert back to just to Om Namo Shivaya, but focus on the Kundli now. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. Om Namo Shivaya. In total silence, bless yourself. See yourself smiling with a smile on your face, serving the universe, serving everything that you judge to be good, everything that you don't judge, everything that you judge as being bad. Judgment is just a game of your intellect. It is not an absolute. Very important that when we are praying for others, our hearts are smiling. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And we are sending love to Leena and Leena. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Leena. So our heart is smiling. The kidneys have no fears because we have no judgments, we have no fears. The liver is free of all anger because we see God in everything. The heart is a pure temple. Each and every brain cell is full of golden light. And in the palace of your heart, there is a lotus in which you feel you are there and dancing. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om. Your spine is totally free of all stress. Each and every brain cell is full of golden light and dancing. Each and every muscle is relaxed. There is no stress in your body, mind, or intellect. You trust the universe fully. Vidaviraite Selene Polnestil was Pochki Aswabazdioni at six Strakov, was Pechin Atabide Aswabazdioni, Sersa Yevletsa, Zeletim Dorsam Vokatorum Vitancu, the Każdy bezalata kletka mazgowe, tancujete, radujete se, I vi vidite svoju жизнь как совершенно. You see your life perfectly balanced. Om Namah Shivaya, Leena. And we are sending to everyone in this. Om Namah Shivaya, a smiling heart to a smiling heart. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om. Om Namah Shivaya, Andre. Om Namah Shivaya, Chi. Om Namah Shivaya, Maria. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Anna, and we're sending harmony to Anna. Om Bhuvrusa, Tatsaturnyam, Bhargo Devasadimi, Dhyo Yona Prachodayat, Om Trembakam Sugandim Pushtiyardanam, Urvaruknam, Vir Mukshema Amratat. And the mother mantra that we can use is Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners, now and in the hour of death. Отче наш, сящий на небесах, да прославится имя, да пребудет царство, да исполнится воля Твоя неба и на земле. Дай нам хлеб сущий, и прости нам наши долги, якор мы прощаем должникам нашим. Веди нас в искушение, избавь от зла. Sending to Cindy, who is Jewish soul. Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim Ehud. Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim Ehud. Shema Israel, Adonai Elohim. Carolina, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. So that you are fearless about your work. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om. Gala and grandchildren. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Trembakam Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Vitir, Shemamrat. Hal and daughter melody. Om Trembakam Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Vitir Mukshemamrata. Om Trembakam Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Vitir Mukshemam. She'll be out of the, like, all her issues of health for this time will be resolved in 3 days. Om Trembakam Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Vitir Mukshemam. Irina and Max, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Jean, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Catherine and Nicole, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Trembak Medamaya, Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Nitir Mokshina. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of Lord, pray for us sinners, now and in the hour of death. Otchina, Siasina Nevesa, the Praslavitsa Imeta, Tribudit Saswa, the Spolitsa Voldita. So we are all sending love to Catherine's baby. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Larissa, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Maria, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And your daughter Anna, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Trembak Medame, Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Nitir Mukshimam. Marina, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, and your son, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. And husband also has now health issues. So Om Namah Shivaya, Om Trembak Medame, Sugandim Pushtiyadana, Urvaruknam Nitir Mukshimam Brata. Mark, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Preeti and parents, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Vika, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Sarve Bhavati Smiram, Sarve Shanti Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyanti, Ma Kasyatu Bhavan. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. So the key is that see God in everything and everyone. Manage your judgments at others. Try to see God in every, using your willpower, and then you will not have any desires, fears. Desires doesn't mean that you want to be having this sort of desires, mean that you will not feel that you're incomplete. Those are the desires. A ja ne govori o tom što vi zakatili morožne linije. method, na method. I'm not focused on your desire to have or not have, let's say, wine or ice cream or something. I'm asking about the desire. Oh, I need this from the universe. Without this, I'm miserable. Like I get tempted to think, oh, if I had more understanding, if I had a job, and this, etc. But we are all in the same boat. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Me say, Radni. We are all close to each other. Once more. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah. We have to be having a laughing. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Why, Lina, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Anna. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Cindy. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Caroline. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Chi. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Galia. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Hell. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Irina. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Jean. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Katrina. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Larissa. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Maria. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Marina. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Mark. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Preeti. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Victoria. Om Shanti, 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 Shanti. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे शान्तु निरामय सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखेन भवेत् ओम त्र्यंबकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकं विद्महेर्मुक्षीयमां ददातु ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो न प्रचोदयात् ओम अस्तु मा सद्महे तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्युर्मा मृत्युम्. May I be led from darkness to knowledge, to clarity. May I be led from the fear of death to be immortal, to the knowledge that gives me immortality. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women. Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus. Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us in the now and in the hour of death. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Ocina, Seashina Nevesa, the Praslaica, the Pribudit Sasa, the Spolnica Voluta, Nevan. Nine of clips of Shitnisi, Prasina, Mashidavi. Yakan Prashant, there's Nick within us, it is Kushin, is Bawal. Amin. Om. Om Namah Shivaya. Till tomorrow.